I like that if you can beat one of the stages with all the gems, you'll get the skin no matter what. So it's like, hey, if you didn't get it the first time, just do the inverted stage, see if you can get it the next time. Yeah, this is the last level I played during my test run, my quote-unquote test run. So now it goes from me talking about random bullshit to me being like, who designed this level? Who did it? Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! This game is awful! Who designed this shit? Who designed this shit? Neil Druckmann? I don't know why, it's just so easy. It's just so easy. Neil? Neil, was that you? Neil? They're coming to knock on your door. They're coming for you. Is Classic Crash gonna be in the... Oh, jeez. Okay, maybe Classic Crash was a mistake. I love him. I love him, though. Look at his polygonal body. Look at his polygons. It's amazing. It's amazing, what do you call it? It's amazing, like, the differences in video games these days. Like, I missed all the polygons, though. They're cute. It's an adorable little aesthetic, and I love it. I can't deny me loving the polygonal aesthetic. Like, look at that. Look at that guy in the background. You think he's gonna be the next icon of the world? Hell no. It's gonna be freaking Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot's back. He's back to save the world. I thought when you jumped on these guys' heads, they try to eat you. But I'm probably thinking of a different video game. Wouldn't you love it if you're like on a platform and it just like ate your soul or some bullshit like that? Like you couldn't do anything. Uh-oh. No, Crash, no! Crash, no! It's Spyro! Oh my gosh, it's Spyro game confirmed! It's gonna be created by Toys for Bob. I don't know who's making the next Spyro game, but whoever it is, I hope they have fun with it. That's all I care about. B-Nox? Remember when I don't know, this is gonna be random. Remember when Activision was just like Spider-Man games, and pretty much like all of like the subdivisions like B-Nox and all of them would be like, yes, you're on the Spider-Man game number 2. It's like you think B-Nox would be like, I'm so sick of freaking making Spider-Man games. Now it's gonna be like Toys for Bob and them. It's gonna be like, all right, you guys are on Crash Bandicoot Project number 7, and B-Nox is like, I'm so sick of making shitty ass Crash Bandicoot games. B-Nox made the remaster for, what do you call it, the racy game. That's a really good game. I didn't let's play that one because that was when I was critically depressed. It was sad. It was a sad day. I've learned something about myself recently, that I don't talk to people. I don't talk to, like, a lot of people like on the internet. They like go into forums and stuff like that. Like I've never in my life bothered with that. I don't know why. It's just like I'm an extremely shy person. Like even in my online persona, I'm extremely shy. I'm an extremely like introverted person, so it's like going on a forum and talking to a bunch of weirdos and strangers that just doesn't like intrigue me in the slightest. It's like, oh, but we're all inclusive here. It's like, yeah, you are. You just want my big dollar bills. I never wanted to bring this up, but the fact of the matter is like I've never been on a forum. You can't catch me. There's probably some forum I made somewhere, and I just forget about it. But there's nothing crazy going. You can't find my secret porn stashes. That's what you're trying to find. Like when you find like when people get like, I guess, exposed or whatever, and it's like you find like they're like weird stuff they were into. It's just like someone needed the internet police. Someone needed to calm down on the internet. Someone needed to be like, son, what are you doing in here? It's like, maybe you should go outside today. It's like, yeah, it probably will save me a lot of embarrassment in the future, just saying. It's gonna help me out in the long run. The only thing embarrassing I've made was an old machinima back in the day. If you don't know what machinima is, it's machine animation. I don't know what it stood for, to be honest with you. But back in the day, I was so into machinimas that I wanted to make my own machinimas. And that one of the machinimas I made was was Mario versus Luigi. It was just like this really bad like sim thing that I made. I don't know, like it was kind of interesting because as a kid it was like I just went for it. And it was like the worst thing you can imagine. Like if you know anything about The Sims 2, it's like there's literally a recording mode and you just hit the record button and it just starts recording the screen. It gets rid of the HUD and everything. Like to make a real sim machinima, you had to like go in and download mods that would like stop your Sims from like bathing and stuff like that. And there's also like all these camera mods. It's like, yeah, I didn't do any of that. I literally went into the game. It was like, oh, this thing, oh, this. I'll just hit the record button and see what happens. And I would literally sit there and record my voice over whatever I filmed. So it'd be like, I did. It was when I was little, so you know I could say it's pretty bad. I really wish I still had the old files or I could find it. Because I remember as a kid, I had Donkey Kong be like the stereotypical black guy voice. Was like, yeah, what's up? You know, it's really dumb, but I find it funny. I find it funny that it was like the first thing, and I'd be like, hey, it's me, Mario. Yeah, woohoo! Like, you know, I did all the voices, every single voice. I'm pretty sure one of the voices was just my own voice as a little kid, as a little boy. As a little boy, I was like, hey, this is my voice. Oh, it's before my voice, before I dropped a octave or whatever you call it. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And again, if you find it, I want to explain some other things about it. I've always wanted to explain this, but I was always embarrassed to because of my anxiety. I'd be like, if someone found this, they're gonna make fun of me. But I'm just like, who cares now? Because when I watch my old videos, like even the ones that I made like 5 years ago, I find some entertainment in them because I'm like, I made these and I had no clue what I was doing. I still have no clue what I'm doing. I'm not gonna come out here and be like, yeah, I'm an auteur now. But at some point, it's just like, I just wanted to make a video and have fun, and that was the whole point of it. It was never to be like, ah, yes, this Mario versus Luigi machinima was gonna get me at the top of the thing. It was just like, everyone else does it. It'd be really fun if I could make my own version of that. I'd be really happy if I could do that, and I tried it, and it didn't work, but it was fun. But what was I gonna say? So, the only problem with my oldest videos, which I don't own any, which I don't have because I deleted them and stuff like that, and if you can find them, I would love to watch them, because, you know, I love going back in time and seeing, like, bad things I made, but, what was I keep forgetting what I'm gonna say, but son of a bitch, I keep dying. But, I watched one of the tutorials for the how to make a sim machinima. I didn't understand a lick of it, but the girl who made it had her own machinima series, and her characters were gay or whatever. And I remember copying that. I remember for some weird reason, I'm like, I'm gonna make 2 of my characters gay in my machinima, because that's what's popular with this girl. That worked for her, so I'm gonna do it in mine. And it was this, to be honest, oh my gosh, to be honest, this machinima that I made had nothing to do with Mario versus Luigi. It had nothing to do, there was no plot, there was nothing about it. I would literally make 2 Sims talk, and then I would record my voice over them, and then I'd be like, yes, this is what's happening. This is how I explain what's going on to you. I'm not showing you, I'm just being like, oh yes, Donkey Kong is here, and this guy is here. So the 2 gay guys that I made in this machinima that I made, one was a secret agent for Sega, and the idea that I had in my head as a kid was that this guy comes over and he marries the the guy from Nintendo to get him to believe his bullshit. But in the end, Luigi would hate Mario so much that he would join Sega, and then Sonic would be there, and it's just like it didn't make any sense. But oh my gosh, that was old YouTube. Nothing in old YouTube had to make any sense. You didn't have to have good writing. You didn't have to be like, oh no, what if someone thought this was cringe? No, you just be like, upload a video, see what happens, and you just be happy with it. Nowadays, you get pretty much everyone makes fun. That's the problem with new YouTube. It's like you can't make anything like remotely like just like goofy and fun, because then someone's gonna be like, oh yeah, cringe. Oh yeah, I don't like that video. That's why I hate commentary channels, because that's why, in my opinion, YouTube started to go to shit. It's because these assholes would just be like, oh yeah, your videos are cringe. It's like, what the fuck? I'm trying. I was trying to make something. Unlike you, asshole, who's just sitting there like, oh yeah, your videos are cringe. It's like, what are you doing? You sit there, record gameplay, and then you're like, yes, this is my opinion on this video. It's like you're worse than a reaction channel, in my opinion. Because at least some reaction channels can be at least somewhat like create like a decent idea or whatever. Not a decent, they can be like entertaining sometimes, depending on who it is. Son of a bitch. Oh, but what's the difference between, I just missed like I miss that. I wish kids would just be like, yeah, let's make a YouTube, because that's what, in 2006 or 7 or 8 or whatever, when you found out about YouTube, like Fred and shit like that, that would be your shit. You'd be like, these kids, they didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit. They didn't have to worry about a damn thing. They're like, turn the camera, go get the camera that freaking, oh my gosh, there's these videos that I never uploaded. I'm glad I didn't, but, gosh dang it, I'm just having, like, these sudden waves of flashbacks and memories. It's amazing. But I remember, I loved watching old, like, not Angry Video Game Nerd and stuff like that, but, like, Irate Gamer was the first reviewer that I watched before Angry Video Game Nerd. I know that's, like, sacrilege or something like that, but that's just what happened. But I remember I wanted to do that so much that I made my own series. And the series that I made, the like little thing, I just got like my mom's like little handheld like her little picture camera, and there's like a video recording thing on there, and I'm like, oh, I can do this. I can make my own reviews. I remember I put like Legend of Zelda Wind Waker in like a potted plant that I found, and I walked over to it and I like picked it out of the plant, and then I played it, and I didn't know anything about editing or anything like that, so I just literally picked up the thing and I made the noise out loud. I went da 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 da, and I'm like, today we're going to be looking at The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. It wasn't even a review. I'm like, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker is dumb. It's so dumb. Like, where's the horse? It was like the most like 2006 review. It's like, there's no horse. Look at all the water. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It's so amazing that I thought of that. And we didn't, and my sister, she helped me record it, and she didn't understand what I was getting at, but you know, she was just sitting there fun, and she'd be like, yeah, what's going on? I don't know, I want to be a part of it too. And it's just like, oh my gosh, those kind of videos can't exist anymore, because you know, assholes on the internet would be like, oh, cringe, put it on r/cringe, derp. These kids just having fun making YouTube videos. Or you get like the commentaries who's like, yeah, kids shouldn't have any access to the internet whatsoever. What the oh, I thought I died. I got like scared there for a second. Kids shouldn't have access to the internet because they don't know what they're doing. It's like, don't be an asshole. Just like, if they're not doing anything wrong, then just let them have fun. Gosh darn it. Just let them express them. If you bottle up your emotions and you don't express yourself in some way, shape, or form, then you lead to becoming a cynical, jaded asshole who makes commentary videos. Oh, we're gonna play as Dingo Dial, we is? We're just gonna play as that rock Dingo Dial. Finally, I can do my Australian accent. It's not Australian, is it? Home cooking. Home cooking. That's what they call my. I was about to say my sex tape. That's not right. Home cooking. Home cooking. All right, cut it there. Cut it. Stop. Oh, I love that JonTron video. That's my favorite one. The Goosebumps. Stop. I just love stupid. I love dumb videos. Hashtag. What happened to JonTron? He said some things he wasn't supposed to say. Hey, it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us.
Sluggy
centipede gumbo.
Potatoes with guacamole. Well now, what have
Oh shit. Out of all the characters they could have picked to like give a singles push. What is this, wrestling? Out of all the characters they were like, this would be a great character to have. It's like, Dingo Dial. I really like Dingo Dial. He's a crocodile and he's a dingo. He's a right bloody dingo, he is. Who's putting TNT in my factory? You sons of bitches. I'm not even a part of your evil I'm not even a part of your evil deeds anymore. How the hell does he get out of that door? It should have been the joke where he like tries to squeeze through and he's like, oh, I can't do it because I'm so fat. I'm so freaking fat. Look at that. Wee. Oh my gosh, she can hover. What the hell? What did I just do? What did I just do? Woo! I just wanted to spin the boxes again. Look at him go! Look at him go! He's like a beautiful man. He is. Woo! Oh, that's how you do it. What did I do? I hit square. Oh, I might have. Oh, I hit circle. What am I? You right bloody bandicoot? You better get that bandicoot shit out of here. I ain't no bandicoot. What if he's like, man, Crash sucks? Am I right, guys? Am I right, fellow gamers? Hello gamers, let me talk to you about the mysteries of life. I remember watching, like, I loved machinimas so much back in the day that I wanted to, like, okay, so here's another thing about that Mario vs. Luigi series. Eventually, sometime in the middle of, like, one of the episodes, my idea was that I would stop doing The Sims and switch it to a Halo machinima, and it'd still be called Mario vs. Luigi. I have no idea what I was thinking back then. I was just like, oh my gosh, I watched all those red versus blue things, and I want to do that. I want to make a Halo. It was just literally like, you see, when you're a kid, you're like, I want to do the thing that they did because it looks like it's a fun or whatever. So you're like, I'm gonna try to copy that. I'm glad Dingo Dial's gonna go to heaven. I'm glad out of everything that happens in this world, Dingo Dial's going to heaven at the end of the day. That's what really makes me a happy boy. I guess I'm supposed to hold it? I don't understand the glide. Okay, so I think I keep hitting X too soon, so I hit X too soon when I do the glide sometimes. Give me the boogidaba. You think Aku's like, why am I with Dingo Dial of all people? What a strange day this has been. What a strange day this has been indeed. Again, listen, machinima's great. Machinimas, I miss those days. I miss machinima as a platform. No, I don't. I hear it was real shit at the end. I hear it was real, just like garbage. Like, I don't know how that happened. I don't know how your management was so poor that it just like all fell downhill. I like that everyone has horror stories of machinima. That's also really funny to me. It's like, this thing was such garbage that everyone was like, yeah, good riddance. Good riddance, this piece of shit, whatever you call it. It was a fun ride though. We can all agree on that. It was a fun ride for the long run. There were some good content creators that came out of it. PewDiePie? He was a part of Machinima, I think. I remember. I don't remember. I remember back when it was cool to hate PewDiePie. Now it's cool to like him. But I remember back in the day when it was like, oh, PewDiePie, what a piece of shit. What a piece of... He gets some money out of just screaming into a camera. Oh, nowadays it's like, oh my gosh, PewDiePie, he's the second coming of Jesus, he is. It's like I just love how public perception can change on someone, because it's just like, do you want YouTube to like some random asshole, or do you want YouTube to like a real YouTuber like PewDiePie? It's like, I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Can you think for me, please? Also, that's something I want to mention. The most reason people like commentary videos is because it's a thing that like justifies your own opinion. Like, if you already hate somebody, and you're like, oh, I hate blankety blank. I hate Mongoose Girl, whatever her name is. I hate her. So then you look up videos like, Mongoose Girl rant, and it's just like, oh, all these videos that justify my hatred towards this person. Great. It's like, why you gotta be like that? Oh, look at these big crates. I want to hit them. Look at these big old crates. There's no shotguns in Crash Bandicoot. Wait, do these boxes count as things? There are 398 crates in this stage. Holy shit. What psycho? What crazy man was like, yeah, we need 398 Dingo Dial crates in this one, please. I'll take 398 Dingo Dial crates for 200, please. Okay. Oh, I had something to talk about. I got something to talk about. I figured one out. So you remember when Cartoon Network did like See and Reel and shit like that? There's actually a show I liked on See and Reel. It wasn't any of like the good ones, but it was like Destroy Build Destroy. I loved that as a kid. I loved any like dumb game show as a kid. It didn't matter what it was or who was in it or what was going on. I was like, it's a game show where they get to destroy something and then they build something out of it. Whoa, that's really cool. And I'm like, I want to be a part of that show. I don't know. I just said, like, everyone's like, oh, See and Reel sucked, and I'm like, no, Destroy Build Destroy. Come on. Someone has to be like, yeah, I'm on board with that. I feel you, my man. I'm totally with you on the Destroy Build Destroy train. Oh, but the only thing anyone ever mentions for See and Reel is when they brought Total Drama Island or whatever you call it, and it was like, oh, that was the only good show that ever existed. It's like, come on. Yeah, you're probably right. That was it. I don't really... Like, I liked Adventure Time when it first came out. Like, I was like, oh, this is cool. But, you know, I just kind of, like, got sick of it after a while. Like, it became too much for me. It's like, I get it. The joke is that one character's a spastic, and the other character's like, I don't care, meatbag, whatever, yeah. I love that most of John DiMaggio's characters are like, yeah, just, I don't care, whatever. It's like, I'm kind of an asshole, but I'm a lovable asshole. Hey, you gotta love to hate me, if you know what I'm saying. You gotta love me. I gotta love me. I'm the baby. I'm the big baby. I think during like the See and Real part of the network is when I started to watch Disney Channel more. Unfortunately, so I watched the. I hated most, if not all, Nickelodeon Real shows because they were all like written like you're like an idiot, like iCarly and shit like that. It's like written like. It's like, oh, look at this funny thing that happens. Look at feet. Look, feet. Oh, the derp. Oh, the feet thing's actually like something else. Uh-oh. The guy who made those has a foot fetish. It's like, uh-oh, now it's all coming back now. Oh, it's like, oh, Quentin Tarantino can do it, but I can't. I see how it is. It's like, you make iCarly, you asshole. You make iCarly for a living. I still don't know like how anyone's like that show was a classic. A classic. iCarly, and I'm like, it's not. It wasn't even. I swear it wasn't that good. I swear I don't remember anything about it besides that episode with Fred in it. That's the only episode where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that episode. I remember the episode with Fred within it, and every character was like an asshole to the other kid, because they were like, oh, you don't like Fred? Well, let me force my. Oh my gosh, that's where all the commentary channels come from. That episode of Fred, it's like, you don't like my opinion? Well, it's time I force my own opinion onto you, until you agree with my opinion, gosh dang it. Uh-oh. The Dingo Dial's dead! Holy shit! They killed Dingo Dial! You bastards! You bastards killed Dingo Dial! Those better not count. Those big crates better not count.
How do you like them wumpers?
How you like them wumpy dumples? This is me swamp! Get out of my swamp! Hey, oh, son of a bitch! It's like I cleared out all the enemies. I cleared out all like the shooting enemies. Look, see, this is the closest we're gonna get to that Crash Bandicoot shooting game. Look at it. It's already established. He picks up crates. He shoots them. You can't spin them. I can't do the big spin on the big bat. I want to do the big spin. The big spin. Gosh darn it. I still love that Activision churns out Call of Duty games, but then like releases this, and it's just like something's not right at the Activision headquarters right now. Someone's taken over, and they're like, ah, yes, I want to make Crash Bandicoot games again. I just want to make. I remember as a young shot, I'm still missing 30 crates. Holy shit, how did that happen? Hey, it's me, Dingo Dog. Let me get in there. Oh yeah, my rubber ducky. Oh, she ate it. We're gonna react to the game. I just wanted to see if he got. Tonic gets real upset when you're like, I want to replay the level. She's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And everybody else is like, yeah, I don't mind. Dude, you just blew up your restaurant. I mean, your restaurant got blown up in general, but like now it's exploded and rent's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell to pay for rent. How you gonna explain this to the insurance agency? Oh yeah, a bunch of bats and shit came into my restaurant and tore it up. Oh, that's what you said last time, Dingo Dial. But I'm being serious this time, I swears it, I do is. Oh, Dingo Dial stage. It's only one Dingo Dial stage. Come on, give me more Dingo Dial. Hashtag needs more Dingo Dial. Needs more that there Dingo Dial. Run it by you.